Yo, what's up, man? We back with another episode of Nobody Asked Me. I'm your host, Malik S, and as usual, I got my team with me. But this time, we got a special guest because my girl, Keisha E, is out doing big things, shooting movies and whatnot. But guess what? I got a surprise for y'all. I got Daphnique Springs. Yeah, that Daphnique Springs, the loud one, the one that go in, the funny one, the pretty one, the ones y'all be thirst trapping over. What's up, man?
What's up?
Yeah, and I got my guy Hess Wesley as always.
What's up, y'all? They be thirst trapping over y'all?
Oh yeah, Daphnique be thirst trapping sometimes. I be seeing that.
They be in them DMs.
She like DMs. They popping this morning.
I mean, they popping every day, all day.
Damn.
You know how I do.
Okay. Do you respond though? No. Do you? Because I'm pretty sure women do this. Do you like if the little picture look cute, then you go to the profile
and it's private?
But
most people hollering at you in the DMs got private pages.
Right.
And I ain't got time to be responding to a man that I can't look through his photos because if that one photo could be a fake photo.
Right.
Yeah. So it seemed like most of the time they're private or they're poor.
See,
wow.
There it is.
Wow, 2 P words.
Private and poor. You gotta have your photos on there. You gotta be public.
Right, yeah, you gotta have your photos on. See, fellas, if you want to slide in DM, you gotta be not private, you not poor. So you gotta have your taxes on your profile.
Go ahead and post up your credit score.
Yeah, leave, man.
And then she might respond.
She might respond. But that's crazy. With that being said, I'm thinking like, cause you just found like sometimes me and Daphne will kick it, we'll hang out together, and dude, it's just like people like, oh man, I love your videos, and I love this, people coming up to her and whatnot, right? So I always wonder like, because I watch you go from just Daphnique to Daphnique.
Basically, he want to say, I watch you from when you wasn't shit, and now you're Daphnique.
But
from Daphnique to Daphnique.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said that, but with that being said, I always wondered because I feel like once you become a celebrity or a public figure, whatever you may call it, does that automatically make you a role model? Does that come with a responsibility?
Overall, I want to say no.
You think so?
It's your responsibility to raise your own ugly ass kids, not anybody else's. Because guess what? When we were growing up, we didn't look to celebrities as role models. We looked at their careers as role models. We looked to like Magic, Michael Jordan as a role model for like, I want a basketball career like that. But you didn't look to the nigga being a cheater and an asshole. You see what I'm saying? Like you ignored all those other factors, even though it was constantly being put in the news because that's how the media always do. They always really push the worst traits of people. Right. But we never once thought to ourselves like, Magic Johnson got AIDS. We didn't say we didn't want to be like Magic.
Right, yeah, right.
We didn't want the AIDS, but we wanted the career and the lifestyle and the moves that he made. You get what I'm saying? So I think nowadays to look to celebrities as role models is really a new age thing. I would say that went into effect within the last 6 or 7 years. I say what the social media really started to make people feel like people should be role models.
Right.
It's kind of it's weird because I take her point because nowadays, when you're kids and you're seeing people with followers, that's kind of the role model thing. I want that many followers for what? Like, what do you do? We talked about it last time when you were talking about, well, why do I want to? Why is your booking information on your Instagram if you don't do shit? Right. So now I get that point. We don't want the age, but
that's for people that's selling pussy. That's just,
right. That too.
You don't want nobody to. You don't want to skip over a DM when somebody offering you $1,200 for that box. So you just want them to go ahead and email you.
It's going for $1,200? Niggas paying $1,200?
If you got some good photos. If you got good photos.
I couldn't see me paying $1,200 for no ass. I never bought ass, period. So
me
didn't always buy ass.
You buy ass if you go to strip club.
I never bought ass like here.
Transaction wise.
If you go to strip club, you buy an ass.
But every man done got played by a woman.
Yeah, everybody.
Out of some gifts and money.
Yeah, everybody got.
And you wanted it so bad, you paid for it.
Everybody got.
Just not like, oh, here's the money on the counter.
I ain't get $1,200. I ain't get $1,200 got though.
You ain't got no stimmy check got?
Nah, ain't nobody ever give me for
You
no
ain't never,
1200.
you ain't never buy nobody a bag and then like you ain't see it no more.
Nah, that ain't never happened to me. Nah, that never happened to me. Nah,
Okay.
No sir, because I'm not a buy bag type dude off top like that.
Off the top, it takes some time.
I respect y'all opinion, but to me, I always felt like too much is given, much is expected. So for me, it's like you want people to do this and love you and like you and follow you and buy this and see this and watch this and get my tape and this. It's like, okay, dude, but are you pouring back into these people that are supporting you and buying your product, going to see your movies, liking your videos, buying your merchandise?
What's a role model to you?
Yeah, because I think we got to be specific, because giving back is also, most celebrities or people, public figures, are doing charity work.
Yes.
A lot of them are working with politicians to make change. A lot of them are giving back to their communities, or they're helping either people like us. We may be adults, but we've all had a celebrity or public figure, especially being in LA, that really gave back to us, whether it was game or knowledge, right? So when you say that, it is not my responsibility to give back in the way that people want me to give back. If I'm giving back in charities and I'm being a good person in life, but hey, I want to get my dick sucked on camera, that's okay.
What? No, see, that's what I didn't put no category on whatever it is, however you give back. What I'm saying is, when you that successful and you want people to love you and follow you and buy your stuff and support you, I feel like you just said, no matter how you choose to give back, but I just feel like once you become that famous person, to me, I feel like you do have to carry yourself a certain way, because just like if you're the CEO of a company, you're gonna have to carry yourself a certain way. If you
it depends on the company though.
But
if you own Playboy or if you own Tesla, you're gonna be, it's two different people.
No, but what I'm saying is, but it still comes with a responsibility.
Right.
Nothing.
The responsibility is make money.
No, but there's still the responsibility
To the community?
No, not to the community. What I'm just saying is, I feel like if I'm like this big celebrity,
right?
I'm not saying a role model be perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's not what I'm saying. Nobody's perfect. Like she said, you can give back and you could do this and you want to get your dick sucked. Okay, cool. But what I'm saying is but you still, I feel like there's a responsibility. It's just like, for instance, these mega churches, right?
Yeah.
Now we all could probably
Craft agree on
dollar.
This.
These mega churches, right? Mm-hmm. So remember, was it a couple years ago? There was a flood in
that was in
and one church wouldn't even open up to let the people. So you want this community to come here?
That was Joel Osteen Church, I think.
You want this community to come here, support this church, pay tithes, do this, but then when it's time for you to be a church, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like too much is given, much is expected. You can't want the world to support you, and then it's kind of like, whatever, I ain't doing nothing for nobody. I don't give a damn.
But what happens when you're that celebrity and you don't care? You just, because it's people that are just talented.
But that's what I'm saying.
That are God's work walking on this earth, that have supernatural abilities and talents to speak to the world.
Right.
Why are they obligated to be loved and to be liked by the people?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Why would that be an obligation? Because that will fall into you. So because you keep saying, what if you want these people to love you? What if I don't want these people to love me, but I'm living in my purpose, right?
Right.
Of what? Because I believe in spirits, right? Mm-hmm. I believe that we've all been here before. We back this lifetime. And this lifetime
like
is
reincarnated?
For me. Yeah.
Okay.
And this lifetime is for me to achieve the things that I'm meant to achieve. I have a purpose to be here. Mm-hmm. And my purpose could be to being a role model, can also be somebody like Denzel, right? Denzel doesn't really go into the public eye. I don't think he has no social media. Right. So is he a bad role model because he's not on social media promoting that he's a good role model? You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, you have these people that you expect to be role models, and it's like they just living in their purpose and their talent, and their talent made them famous, right?
But this is what I'm saying. I agree with everything you're saying, but what I'm saying to you is, once you become, because we only who we are because of the people, right?
Right.
So if you want to say you this talented person, now if you choose to be a singer in the church and you sing at home, but you got the best voice in the world, cool. But once you start selling it, do you want people to buy it? All I'm saying is, do you have some kind of responsibility? If the people support you, do you have some kind of responsibility to kind of give the people something is what I'm saying. It don't have to be monetary. It don't have to be money. Like,
but when
said.
you say role model, I think of children, right? Would you say that, or younger people that could look up to you?
I think role models could be for anybody, because just because you in your grown mind you're stable, you can't just assume other women your age or just don't need influence.
Okay, but name me one model you could consider, one role model.
People that I think are role models?
Yeah.
Like you said, I think Denzel. I like the way he carries himself. I like the way he speaks in interviews. I like what he projects. I like the speeches he gave at colleges, whether he wrote them or not. He delivered the speech. So what I'm saying is,
you want the outside version of them. Right?
Well, I don't need
because we don't know what type of father he is. We don't know what type of husband he is.
But in that
we
case,
don't know what type of person he is.
But in that case, Daphne, we'll never interact with anybody. Like, we don't know nobody to the core. Like that's
so a role model is what she started in the beginning. What you put
on for the public.
What you said in the beginning. What have you accomplished? And that thing that you've accomplished, that's what's the role model.
No, not for me. What I'm saying for me, this is for me.
We both confused.
No, you're not confused. You get it. You're just trying to have a different. You're trying to be opposing, which is great. It's a good podcast. You just said Chris Brown's not a role model. Why?
Because he beat Rihanna's ass.
Why he not a role model?
Because, like what you said, and he perms his hair.
But do you know?
Dude, that's not your texture. No, you're not fooling us, Chris Brown.
Do you know Chris Brown outside of perming his hair? Like you just told me. Do I know Denzel outside of that?
I heard that he don't like black women around.
Does that make him not a role model?
Well, why he don't like black women?
Does that make him not a role model?
No.
So you do know what a role model is, because you know what a role model ain't.
That's hilarious.
See, once you say you know what a role model ain't, then you got to know what a role model is. So my point to you is,
I need you to back me up. Because he really think he making sense, but ain't making no damn sense.
You just said Chris Brown.
Let the people decide.
You just said Chris Brown not a role model. I say, what?
Do you think he is?
I don't think he is.
Why?
Because for my age, for what I like, that's not what I'm.
Is Michael Jackson a role model?
Michael Jackson's dead.
Was he
we
don't
speak on the dead. I don't speak on the dead. So, but what I'm saying to you is,
you know who was a role model?
Who?
Joe Jackson.
Did you know him
he
in
beat
and out?
their ass
Did
into
you know
stardom.
him in and out?
He beat their ass into a stardom. That's a role model. Abuse.
Okay.
Hey, is R. Kelly a role model?
I mean, to certain people, not to me.
Was Elvis Presley a role? Because I don't never like us just to throw out black names. Was Elvis Presley or Harvey Weinstein a role model?
I mean, if you
we can't just be throwing all the black people in the bucket.
Hey, if you into raping bitches, Harvey Weinstein is a role model. I mean, if that's your thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like.
But see, people might want to be a CEO of movies. They might see, okay, I want this kind of lifestyle, but the person, what you're talking about is the person outside of the career, outside of what you've accomplished. A role model is not just what I accomplished, but who am I that allowed me to accomplish these things. Mm-hmm. So you got to put all those things into context. So if I was able to accomplish all these things, but at the same time I was bringing in actresses and fucking them and showing them a dick and all that stuff in my office, does that make you still a role model?
Are you talking about something that happened to me? No. Oh. Go ahead. No,
look, this ain't no Ayana, nigga. Don't be breaking shit.
There's a lot of shit that happened. Me too situation. But when we talk about the entire person, we got to talk about what they've accomplished and who they are in whole.
Well, I would say this then. In that case, if we just gonna micromanage everything, then we won't have any role model, because then you could go back to Martin Luther King then. And then you'll be like, Martin Luther King wasn't a role model.
Wait, was Jesus? Because Martin Luther King. Now I do have a theory, because I think they was lying. The CIA, Edgar Hagger. I don't think Martin Luther King was in the room having sex with these women. Remember all the recordings? Mm-hmm. I honestly think Martin was in there getting his feet rubbed, because when you walk miles on miles in hard bottom shoes, you have to almost cut them goddamn shoes off your feet. So he would invite women in. This was Martin Luther King Jr. would invite women in and have them massage his feet, and that's where
I want her as a witness for me.
That's where the noises came from.
I want her as a witness for me if I ever
get jammed.
Yeah, because if it's not on video, then
that's
he was getting his feet rubbed.
Okay.
So with that being said, do we discount all of the great work that he did because he was considered a cheater because Jesus hung out with prostitutes?
But that's what you just did though. Because when I said
like
Denzel,
to hang out with hoes, so Jesus my role model, because hoes help you get into places for free.
I mean, Hoes is
Hoes
winning.
got connection.
Hoes is winning right now.
Hoes always know
Hoes is
somebody.
winning.
They got somebody in their phone.
Yeah.
They could text. You may have to wait outside for 20 minutes,
Yeah.
but a hoe gonna get you in.
Hoes do be,
Yeah.
they be like, hoes be knowing people.
They be in the
They got
mix.
VIP.
They be knowing
Yeah.
people. I mean, hey, look, but I think for me, I feel like maybe because I'm, also I'm speaking from a parent. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might have a lot to do with my views on certain things. I just feel like it's a certain way I got to carry myself if I'm gonna claim to be this person.
As soon as you do one bad thing, right? That like cancels you, right? We in cancel culture now. Are you still a role model?
To me, yes. But here's the thing: we can't, like I was saying, we can't be trying to micromanage the whole person as a.
Well, you just said Chris Brown ain't a role model. Why?
But I was just going about that's my point.
Because he did certain things.
Yeah, it's not even about what you did.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing: it's not. We all did shit.
Right.
We all did shit. She did shit. I did shit. You did shit.
I ain't did no shit.
But what I'm saying to you is how you
take a shit this morning.
how you carry yourself. We all did shit. In that case, we not gonna have nothing if we keep judging people by what they. It's
Right.
how you carry yourself. Going. Oh, for example, this might be a bad example. The other day, I'm in Nordstrom's with my daughter. My daughter's 12. There's this dude in there, and this dude pants literally is to his knees, damn near, dog.
Right.
I'm here with my daughter.
Yeah.
It's other sales. We in the shoe department. It's like 3 other dudes. They work there, and we all just looking like, yo, what the, you know what I'm saying? And dude, I looked at. I'm staring at the dude. I'm staring him down, and he kind of.
This
You know what I'm
getting a
saying?
little gay.
No, because he kind of like.
Why you looking at his ass?
And he kind of could feel like,
This nigga looking at my ass?
He started to feel stupid.
Right.
Because it's 3 grown men and a little girl here, and your ass is, and we just looking like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
So to me, it's how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that dude might be the greatest person in the world. He might give to charity. He might do all this. But the way he carrying himself at that moment, it's like, dude, like, be a fucking example is what I'm saying. Like, is that what you're gonna show little boys? This is how you wear your pants. This is how you walk around women. This is how you walk around kids. That's what I'm saying about like being it's how you carry yourself. I'm sure that dude did shit.
I think the moral of the story is a role model is subjective.
It's very subjective. But what I was saying is once you become of the people, you know what I'm saying? If your money comes from the people, you don't work and you make shit and you get a check. You do shows, you sell merchandise, you sell music, you sell albums, you do movies. That's of the people. Do you owe the people anything?
Well, here's the thing. So if you're trying to be a role model, right? If you happen to be a role model, that's okay because that's who you are, right?
Right.
But what happens to the person that's not them, right? And we're expecting that of them. That means they have to be on 100% of the time because someone's always watching, right? So you're expecting the most out of them. What happens is I'm talented, bro. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you can't expect me. I'll never forget, somebody had commented up under one of my videos. They was like, oh, you got a gun. What about kids that see this? I said, well, white people, they show their kids how to shoot a gun at the ages of 9 and 10. So I hope that I'm promoting it to some black parent to get their kids to take them to the shooting range and get some gun license the correct way.
I think all black people should have guns.
You can never be perfect for people. They gonna find flaws in everything you do. So with that being said, I don't think this is a reality. And if you are, who are you? Do you even know who you are anymore?
Right.
If that's not how you naturally move through life.
Yeah, you get to a point because
this nigga Obama used to smoke cigarettes. That's not a good role model.
But that's my point, though. Like you said.
Yeah.
But how you carry yourself going forward, like that's a good. I'm glad you said that because he went from single parent, smoking cigarettes, whatever, to president.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's all
he
about.
He was a single parent.
I think his dad passed away or wasn't in his life. Not him being a single parent. He
was
a single parent child.
Oh, he was a bastard. You just say bastard.
Nah, I ain't gonna call him.
No, because if you say a single parent, that means he was raising. I was like, Michelle.
He got another
Michelle was in Chicago,
hanging
out And
No.
he was raising them 2 girls?
No.
Look at you starting rumors.
Right.
But what? No, you said that.
No,
I ain't say nothing.
the correct term. This is the correct
I ain't say
terminology.
nothing.
This is the correct terminology. He was a bastard.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't trying to
That's the
call him a
correct
bastard.
terminology.
Again.
But is that the correct terminology?
Hey, Secret Service. That was not me.
It is Secret Service.
I'm just being politically correct.
But what I'm saying is that guy went from that to president. So what I'm saying is all about how you carry yourself, you know? So, okay, put it like...
You can't, by the way, you can't forget about all those things are what makes you who you are right
Exactly.
now. So what she was saying was, I wasn't trying to become a role model. I'm just a great rapper, and I wanted to rap, and I started doing these, and I got to this. Now all these people looking after me.
Say comedian.
I wanted to be a great comedian, and I started writing jokes and
Right.
stuff, and I started going on stage, and I became this person.
Right.
Now all these people know who I am. They if they decide they want to look up to me, then that's up to them.
Yes.
I'm going to continue to do what I was doing, including smoking weed, including whatever I was doing before I got
Right.
to where I got.
But let's just...
Including taking money out of men's pockets when I spend the night over there. I'm gonna continue to do all of that.
But that-
it's
see
not
that?
my
Y'all gotta add that to
responsibility
y'all, that DM
to raise your
messages.
kids.
But that's not public. So if you robbing niggas on the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Somebody could come out and
Somebody-
be like,
somebody gonna
Daphne
write
took some money out of my
medium.
pocket.
what I'm saying is what people project to the public. Because you're right. You got to have your own private life. We all got our little weird
But that's
things
the
we do.
problem is that people aren't, a lot of role models that get caught up for not being role models. It's not stuff that
You don't
they
have a private
portrayed
life anymore.
it's not stuff that they portrayed in the public that went south unless they having
Yeah.
like some type of mental breakdown like Britney Spears. But think about it, even the comedian Chris D'Elia, all that shit was happening through private messages and texts. And then those people decided to expose him. Now he's no longer
happened to him?
looked at as a role model.
What happened to him?
It's a long story.
Oh,
People
okay.
feel free to look it up on your own. But
Okay,
it's
all
just
right.
Google it.
I
it's
ain't
just
heard
that
about
whole hashtag Me Too shit. But the
Yeah.
thing about it is that even everything that you're doing is always public shit that comes to life and exposes people, and now they're no longer considered as role models. It's not the fact that people are going to things and being like, fuck you, I hate it here, da 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 da, spazzing out on people.
That's why I don't
unless
do
they
shit.
have some type of mental illness.
Stay your ass in the back.
That's why
But
I
that
don't
means you
golf.
can't even do anything in your personal life. So if I'm always in my personal life behaving for what I think people should want to see me as a role model, then when the fuck am I ever being myself?
You won't have your dope jokes anymore because you got to go through all that to write them jokes.
I got dope jokes. All my jokes are dope, so I don't know. I don't know what that feel like to have okay jokes.
But wait a second. But before you got to where you are today, though, you had to get some jokes that you can't necessarily do the same things that you did before you got them jokes.
No matter how you try to slice it, whenever you get something, it comes with something.
Yeah.
If you get on a hit TV show, you really can't just do whatever the fuck you want to do, Daphne, because at the end of the day, them people, well, you can, but the choice is going to be.
But I'm not a bad person in real life.
No,
so
we're not talking about being bad
I don't
person.
have to
It's
worry
not about
about
being
stuff.
bad person. It don't make you a bad
What you was
person.
doing to those dudes' their pockets? What you was taking out their pockets?
I mean, that's old.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you is, like, Hess, you get a TV show, y'all get TV shows. Y'all both actors, y'all both talented.
Speaking into existence.
Once you get that show, bruh, I don't know if you know, you just can't be out here just doing whatever the hell you want on the public, because guess what? You represent that company.
Yeah.
So you got to carry
Yes, you
yourself a certain
can.
way.
Nowadays,
Think
by
about
the way,
Okay.
nowadays before they even book you, they gonna go look in your social media and all that
That's
shit.
what I'm trying to
But
tell
what's
you.
the one actor, 2.5 Men?
Oh,
Sheen, whatever.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Was messing around with porn stars, doing cocaine. He was living the life.
Some people
And he was
they're
on one
allowed
of
to do that.
the biggest shows on television.
So you pick
He was also a
one
white
person
male.
out of what I'm telling you what is real. Like
It's a
He was
lot of
also
people-
a white male too.
But I'm just saying, all this stuff is going on in people's private life until it get
Yes.
exposed. So you saying you need to live
No, that's not
a
what I'm saying.
great private life.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what you
Daphne.
said.
I never said that. We can
That's
play the
what
tape back. What I'm saying is, too much is given, much is expected. If you get on a TV show, you just can't be out here just acting all kind of crazy because you represent that company, you represent that brand. Now you can say whatever the hell you want, but at the end of the day, them people gonna call you and be like, "Hey, it's either this or this."
I can do whatever I want in my private life.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. Your
I may not
private
go.
life.
I'm not gonna do the cocaine on camera.
Oh my God, bruh.
but I'm gonna do the cocaine.
What part of what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. your private life. You can do what the hell you want.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what most role models that fall apart. When Chris Brown headbutted Rihanna, they were in a car by themselves and got into an argument, and then she took some photos and it was exposed. It always starts with your private life. How many people, name me some celebrities where they did something stupid to the public in front of cameras to try to expose themselves or be a horrible person? Most people, they did something in their private life that they would have never thought in the back of their mind, in their subconscious, would have gotten exposed, but it did, and now they're looked down upon, and people are attacking them and saying you're not a role model.
But what I'm saying to you is, at the end of the day, Daphne, it doesn't matter private life, public life. You got to watch how you carry it. Put it this way, if you have a show, you're a woman, you're a strong black woman, one of your people is beating bitches privately, aren't you going to be like, hey, dude, we can't really fuck with you no more? Because you beating bitches' ass.
But do you
it don't matter just because it's private. Yeah. So what? You shouldn't do it.
But I'm saying most of this. Listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do. Listen, I never said you should do it. I just said that most of the shit happens in private where people think they won't get exposed. And then they get exposed and they're looked down upon as a role model. It's very rare. Do you think when old boy backslap headbutted that bitch in the elevator, he thought that shit, he didn't know. He wasn't paying attention into that camera.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now he's looked down. He lost his job. He lost endorsements and everything because. So what you're saying is that do you think that's a realistic goal for everybody to be perfect in their private life?
No, I don't. That's not what I'm saying. And nobody's saying nothing about perfect. But quick question: should he had beat her ass if he'd known the cameras weren't there?
If it wasn't no cameras, I would have beat her ass.
So you okay with him beating her ass if it's not?
I'm just joking.
So that's what I'm saying.
No, listen, I'm just joking.
It doesn't matter that the cameras was there.
I'm the type of person. I had an ex-boyfriend, and I'm not a violent person. Like, I'm not gonna just haul off and hit you. But this nigga made me hit him one time. I punched his ass in the eye because he would not shut the fuck up. So sometimes, what happens if it was a camera there and they kept replaying it like Daphnique is domestically abusive?
But you was. What the fuck?
I was motherfucking pushed.
Daphnique is acting like people did what they did, but they didn't do it. Nigga, you did do it. But you did punch the man.
I think it comes down to legality too, by the way. Because I think you can do anything in your private life, but if it's okay, if we think it's okay and it's legal, then hey man, you know what? He's smashing bitches. They don't care if he's smashing bitches. Hey, do your thing. But now, if you work for Nickelodeon,
that's what
and
I'm
you smashing
saying.
bitches, and that come out, then that's
then it may be depending on the job career too, because a rapper can get away with way more stuff than an actor can.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they can, but
or an NBA player.
It goes again. It goes right. Guess what? It goes back to the people. It's all about if the people gonna fuck with you still. Because if the people, like you just said, if the people gonna fuck with you, then you can do what you want. But people will let you know what they feeling or not feeling. Because what happens is with the rappers, they could do more because of the lifestyle. But what happens is the brands be like, nope, Sprite gone, Nike gone.
Yeah.
But if the people still fucking with you, then you good. But if the people not fucking with you too, then what? Now you ain't got nothing.
Usually it's the people that don't fuck with you that make the brands don't fuck with you.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's only really in the history of the world 5 people that actually been canceled.
I'm not even saying
nobody
canceled.
ever really get canceled or
Wait, who are those people? Some of them.
Yeah, I don't even know who.
The 5 people that got really canceled.
Yeah.
I say none of them because all of them are still making money.
Hey, man.
Right? So did you really get canceled?
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a little canceled because if you ain't making that same money, you got this amount of bills.
Yeah, you can get a little canceled, but I don't think anybody on the face of this earth has ever fully got canceled.
They canceled Jesus.
Yeah, they killed you.
They kill your ass. You get canceled.
They canceled Tupac. You could get canceled.
Think he got canceled.
He got canceled. You can get canceled, bro.
Yeah.
Malcolm X got canceled.
Yeah.
Martin got canceled.
Yeah.
They canceled JFK.
You right.
Yeah, nigga, they canceled motherfuckers, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
Hey, man, but look, we can do this shit all day, but we not because we got to go. But appreciate y'all tuning in, man, every Monday. And I want to give another special thanks to my guest host filling in. She busy as hell. She stopped by.
I'm never a guest host.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well, whatever the hell you want to
The
say,
guest.
you here.
And everything I said today was right.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, this is what make it fun, man. Like we don't cancel people.
I'm
here.
gonna go read those comments too.
Yeah. We don't cancel people here. We don't cancel people. But every Monday, check us out. If you like this podcast, tell somebody about it. If you don't like this podcast, still tell somebody about it. Y'all can hate watch together. Hit me up on my social media, Malik S Comedy. Malik S Comedy on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What's the other shit we be on?
Clubhouse, TikTok.
Clubhouse. So check me out, man.
A Pornhub.
Yeah, now, my Pornhub tape is dropping August 13th.
OnlyFans.
That's right. Hess Wesley on all social media. Hess Wesley, all social media. Yeah.
And everybody else, I am Daphnique Springs. Go to my website. All the information is there. IamDSprings.com. Bye.
Yes.